Ready to go?
Yes, thank you, Chair.
Okay, thanks very much for joining us. Apologize for the technical delay at the beginning, but everything seems to be working well. Thanks for coming to the July 12th Planning Committee. And I'd like to acknowledge that we're holding the meeting on the traditional territory of the Tla'amin Nation. We've got an agenda in front of us. Do I hear a motion to adopt the agenda? Director Brabazon, thank you. Seconded by Director Gisborne. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Thank you. Any opposed? None opposed. I also want to mention Director McCormick is not with us today. She had another meeting, and I'd like to welcome alternate Director Hollow to the meeting. Moving on to the adoption of the minutes of the Planning Committee meeting June 14th, 2022. Are there any errors or omissions? Seeing none, do we have a motion to adopt the minutes? Director Gisborne, seconded. Director Brabazon. Thank you very much. All in favor? Any opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. I'd be remiss if I also didn't welcome Director Doubt to the meeting as well. Thank you for joining us, Director Doubt. No delegations or inquiries, no unfinished business, no correspondence. So we're on to our one report of the evening. Item 7.1, mining lease extension application DL 573 and 589, Texada Island District Electoral Area D. We have a recommendation. Do we have, would anybody like to move the recommendation?
I'll move the recommendation.
Okay, Director Brabazon, seconded Director Gisborne. Any discussion? Or I see Ms. Rodden on the screen. Do you have anything to say about it, or just here to answer questions if there are any?
Thank you, Chair. I'm just here to answer any questions.
Okay. Is there any discussion then? Seeing none, all in favor? Oh, sorry, Director Gisborne, you had a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank our staff for this report. It goes into quite a bit of detail. My understanding is that this is a referral from Ministry of Mines. My question is the ministry required to actually listen to us, or can they actually kind of do what they want at the end of the day?
Okay, thank you. Ms. Rodden?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I think, as is the case with all provincial referrals, they're referred to local government for recommendation on advisement, and the ultimate decision maker is the provincial authority.
Okay, thank you. That answers my question. No further questions, Chair. Thank you very much.
Okay, seeing no other questions, I'll call the question. All in favor? Opposed? None opposed. Motion carries. No new business. Question period.
Thank you, Chair. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm wondering about Stromberg Falls in the District Lot 589. Is this something that is being accessed by people quite regularly? Is this a community resource?
I'm not the one to answer that for sure. I don't know if alternate Director Hollow or Ms. Rodden wants to take it.
I will answer that. It is other than Mount Davies, it's probably one of the main accessible features on the island of outdoors of any significance. It goes from a really spectacular falls to dwindling nothing water, but there's a forestry road, that same road that goes to Shingle Beach, that people travel, and it's a side road. Any campers down at Shingle Beach will go to. It's been there forever. There's access to caves and spelunking. And yes, it is a feature, and hopefully one day it'll be looked at to upgrade it from a UREP to a more park labeled detail. But yes, I'm hoping Mines will receive the recommendation that was very well, the argument was very well put forward by the Planning Committee.
Great.
Thank you. Through the chair, can that location be driven to, or do you have to hike into it?
It can be driven to, and then maybe a 2-second walk out of your car. You can barely see them, and maybe a 10-12 minute hike, a bit of an ambitious hike, but if you go slow, it's accessible. Certainly not by anybody with mobility issues, but the viewing isn't all that great but you go to the base of the falls, up and over, and then to the base of the falls, a bit of a scramble. But once you're there, it's a nice scramble. The scenery is wonderful. And yes, you can drive right to the parking area.
I thank Director Hollow for that. I have another question through the chair. Director Hollow indicated that the falls has greatly reduced in water capacity. I'm wondering what the reason for that is.
It's time of year. It runs off of, I believe it's Mystery Lake and Balancing Rock Lake is the one that feeds that side. If you notice on the map, the falls are on one side of the creek, and the other side, which upstream is where the mining application is for as well. That has an underground stream, but feeds in below the falls. But the upper falls, it's strictly rain, and it can take anywhere. There's also sort of a little settling area above the falls, which will fill up and then overflow. So you could have rain and no falls for weeks, and then it pushes it over kind of. So it's sporadic, hit and miss when the falls go. But as far as I know, there's nothing upstream of it other than nature that affects the flow of the water, but it's very sporadic when it runs and when it doesn't run.
Through the chair, then there's no industrial activity impeding that falls at this particular time?
Not that I'm aware of, and I can't, no.
Okay, and another question, Chair, if I may.
Go ahead.
The recommendation says its designation is a high priority acquisition site by the Cathet Regional District. I'm wondering if there are any plans by the QRD to move forward in trying to access this particular piece of land.
There are none that I know of, but I think I'll let Ms. Rodden answer that one. She probably has a better grip on it.
Thank you. Sorry. Couldn't find an unmute button. The park acquisition strategy, the recommendation is to collaborate with the ministry to maintain the reserve status over the area. So it's not there's no purchase requirement. It's Crown land. It's dedicated as a reserve, and the regional district could continue to push that it remain that way in perpetuity.
I thank you very much for that, Ms. Rodden. Thanks for indulging me, Chair. I appreciate the opportunity for the questions.
No problem. We all learned something there today. So question period over with. There's no in-camera session, so we've reached the end of our agenda. I declare the meeting adjourned. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Nice day.